So we're in what we call a huddle. This is where you have an opportunity to ask questions on any topic from today. In fact, any topic at all, really. If we're going to cover it tomorrow, then I'll push it off in tomorrow. And as soon as you are exhausted, then we switch off and go. So any questions to start with? I've got a question. What are we having for dinner? Tong.
I've been working with John for a while, and there are specific rules on what days you do what ab exercises, depending on the actual workout that we are engaging in for that day.
Yep.
What's the rationale behind that? Because
That's an intelligent question.
I'm sorry?
That's a really intelligent question. I don't have too many people ask that one. That's good. You were saying something, interrupted?
I just want to know from your perspective, I know John's perspective, I just want to hear it from you, why those rules are set.
I'm hoping that I'm hoping that I share John's perspective. Because if I don't share John's perspective, one of us have left the reservation. And I apologise to my Indian brothers and sisters for that colonial reference. I really shouldn't stop using it, but
they'll be the same. They'll be online.
I want you to know that they are not locked in stone. They are general guidelines, and they impact more if someone is going heavier on that day, or if they have a predisposed condition that would warrant that. But generally speaking, the most important thing we do is we avoid hip flexor activity with quad hip dominant days. That's generally speaking. Now that's not a hard and fast rule. I'm just saying if that's an issue with someone, that's the first rule we apply. There are some additional rules, and they are sequencing rules in terms of what's more important for you, and they can override that principle. So individualisation always overrides general rules. So that would be the main consideration. So you probably, I'm assuming that's what you're referring to?
Yes. Well, there's other ones also.
Yep.
I don't know them all because when I'm actually training, it's not something that I'm consciously thinking about. But there are a bunch of ab exercises that I'm not allowed to do on specific days. I just want to...
It's not that you're not
And I'm not allowed
to do them.
Right, but it's just something that he's being precaution, having
Yep.
it.
And that will be influenced by your program design, how many days a week you're training, how much focus you need to put on your abdominals. There's a lot of variables in there. But the good thing is he has some guidelines. So when we teach guidelines, they're guidelines. They can be modified. The main thing is has a rationale. It's just not saying that's what we're doing because everybody does that, or that's what we're doing because this when the real reason is because everyone's doing that. I expect my coaches to have a reason for everything they do. A reason that's flexible but rationalised for a purpose to suit you. And I trust his reasoning, and we can always go over it in coach education in-house review if there were any concerns or questions.
So that's basically the only
That's the main one.
hard, fast rule that
That's the main one. It's a guideline, it's not a rule. It's a guideline. He would have some rationales for you, specific to your needs and your training program, I would imagine.
I would also say volume of abs, depending on how heavy we're going in the program for that.
Yep. Well, that's another guideline. The more intense the workout, typically the less abs in volume. I don't change the sequencing that much. It's open to being changed. Very intelligent question, very impressive. Gregory.
Yeah, for a guy like Martin, let's say you, and you're, he comes in and wants to train, would you, anything as far as his posture goes, can't train in a good posture, would his program primarily be stretching and physical control drills?
it can be more than that if your teaching skills are high. So it's not just what's appropriate for him, it's what you're competent of teaching. So someone might come in and introduce an Olympic lift, and they can't teach Olympic lifting, then no matter what the condition of the athlete is, they shouldn't be teaching. So the variable that you want to be aware of is what are you capable of teaching.
I got a comment on that.
Because my concern with that, Greg, is that people overreact to what I'm teaching and they just cut things out. I don't want you to cut things out altogether. You always want to stay in touch with something. You know, it might be a movement done so slowly that he's got a chance to control it.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for me. The reason I use slow speed movements is for teaching purposes. Teaching your body, like the person teaching themselves how to do it. And then that was being exaggerated in the early days of when I was teaching speed of movement. Everyone was going out doing, everything was slow. Well, that was not my intent, and I made that clear in the late 90s that I want you to be focused on explosive movements as much as possible. But when you're learning something new or when your competency level's low, it's a really valuable tool to go slow. Is that what you're going to say, John?
Yeah, so first of all, look at Sean's training age. Look at his physique. Look what happened with him when we worked with him. And we did that low weight, that slow.
Yeah, you're right.
That form. Also, let's say they just do the control drills. You've experienced here, are there ways to modify the control drills to boost the intensity? Like, can they be a workout?
Yeah.
You know? Like, what do you think's going to happen tomorrow when he does the control drills in the right way? It'll be a workout.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is also what John's reinforcing, that it's okay to give people a workout. It just might be in a way that won't compromise their technique or their joint health. People sometimes do like to feel like they want a bit of self-flagellation involved. They want to hurt themselves.
We could blow ourselves out with the control drills right now if we wanted to.
Well, truly.
Yeah, I don't.
But see, this is a great thing. When your client or your athlete is in that mindset, like when you realise that that's possible, you're not saying, "Hey, come on, tough guy, show me what you've got," are you? Because you know it's possible. But initially, some of the clients are thinking, "Well, come on, this is like sissy shit," and that's when he's okay. You just try a few extra
and then they're not going to ask for it again.
And then they're not going to bait you ever again. Excellent. Okay.
So as he was saying, for a cripple like me.
Oh, you're so hard on yourself. Boy.
No, I guess, I guess my question is, it's not about stopping my training, but we were talking about equipment before. And in my mind, I'm already seeing things that I would pull away or have been somewhat detrimental to my training from some of my clients, even though I feel like it really hasn't hurt them. Are there some things you would recommend staying away from that you would never ever endorse using?
There are some, but over and above that, and I will address that, it's important for you to make informed decisions, like rationalised decisions. Think them through and do them, as opposed to, well, everybody uses the TRX. I went to an industry seminar last week and they taught us how to use it.
I would add on to that. So Ian already answered that today too. He said, like with his clients, he has a zero tolerance for pain policy.
Yeah.
And if you notice that when he's coaching, he's constantly getting feedback. So how that feel? How do you feel? And so when you're getting feedback and you have a zero tolerance for pain policy, then
that's self-canceling. Yeah.
So, but there are some exercises and some training tools that I just don't support. Yeah. I don't support use of bands. I don't want anyone to use a band, generally speaking, as in, if I'm doing a lateral slide with a band, it's non-compliant with my force curve and it compromises my technique for something that's apparently meant to transfer into my sport. You just be real careful with band training, as an example. Band training and control work, awful. What I call control drills. So there are some equipment that it's not happening. And that's not the only ones, that's the starting point. So we went through a list of them. I'll be telling you yes, no, maybe, yes, no, yes, no. I mean, something like a barbell will knock yourself out. I'm unconvinced on a few of the modern day training devices. I'm just unconvinced about them. I don't use ankle stability devices in the way most people would. You know, there's a lot of things I don't do because I've come to the conclusion that there are superior ways to get a result. So there is a short list of things that would not be there. You know, those devices where you stand up and do it with a pulley at all angles, just not a fan of them. Because it's built on the assumption that optimal exercise occurs in a closed chain kinetic position, feet on the ground. And I think that's a really big misinterpretation. I'm sorry? There's people designing programs around that. And I see the movement patterns that are occurring, and they can't do them. I'm not saying the machine's bad, but I'm saying doesn't have as much use as people think it does. It's just a big device taking up space in the gym for the most part, or it's being used inappropriately. It's being used for people that should not be using it to do that at their stage of training. You have more on that?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, that answers my question. I'm just curious because we've done a lot of, you know, what people consider, you know, body exercises, you know, bodyweight exercises with everything we've done today. And I thought it was really taxing. I guess I'm my mind's just spinning. So.
That's okay. Bodyweight exercises were not used in the Western world to any great extent. They were always there in the weightlifting world, but they weren't being used to any great extent in the Western world. I mean, if you were involved in training in the early 1990s, how much bodyweight exercise was being done in the early 1990s? None. None. Yeah. Like I introduced aerobic exercises into the gym, like a hip thigh extension, which I called it a hip thigh extension, where you lie back and they're doing aerobics classes and push up with one leg. That was me bringing it in. Ski squats out of martial arts. If you're in martial arts, you do a ski squat all the time. Brought it into my gym programs. So if you have a look at the program I published in 1999 in the Team Mag limping program, if you have a look at the Get Buff program published in 1999, I brought in a lot of exercises from other disciplines, and I also innovated a lot of exercises like my single leg stiff legged deadlift, my single leg bent knee deadlift. I also introduced exercises from the physiotherapy or the physical therapy field, and I brought them in the gym, and people learned that you could actually get a good workout and integrate them with strength exercises, and the world's never been the same since. And that's why I say most of the functional training movement exercises were spawned from that, which is a little bit of a joke in itself because that's an overreaction and another story. But having said that, they're not done very well. The bodyweight exercises that are being done aren't very well. When I introduced control drills, the industry reaction was to say, let's introduce the external dumbbell rotation at the end of the workout, done with the heaviest weight possible, and done like in a weird wonderful position, rather than accept what I was teaching as being the way to go. So people didn't want to accept it, but once they started publishing it as their own, then it was okay. So I'm fairly critical of the way bodyweight exercises are being conducted. The intention with which I brought them to the table is not being fulfilled. Okay. Any final questions for today? We'll wrap it at that then, and we will see you in the morning.